What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back for
again.
another exciting
Guess who's
episode
back?
of big things coming.
We're back
Good,
again.
man.
Back again.
Yes.
Mel,
BTC is back.
Hi.
Geordie,
Yes.
Hi,
how
hi.
you going, friends? You right?
Excellent.
Going good, fan.
Excellent. I think we are all sugared up. This entire
Yeah.
bowl of lollies is nearly gone.
We've refilled it a couple of times.
There was 6 packets of lollies in there, bro.
Diabetes. Anyway, what's happening?
What's up? What's up?
It's all crapping, man.
It's all crapping.
Yeah, what you guys been up to?
Living the dream. Living the dream.
Yeah, living
Yeah.
the dream.
Pushing
yeah.
on. Pushing on.
Yeah, yeah.
Getting it through.
Are you all right? Do you need a
Sorry,
hug?
I'm about to have a... Anyway, sorry. Who have we got today, Johnny?
Tell us all about it.
Today, yeah, I've got a very special guest.
Special?
Very special.
A very special guest.
Okay.
This man, he works for
We need some dramatic music to
Yeah,
build
we do,
attention.
like some-
You do, right?
some organs.
Pete's going to
like-
get onto that. And some strings.
Dun, dun, dun. The man from the Rockpit. You know the Rockpit.
The pit that rocks.
Yeah, the Rockpit. And we've also got the man that has just started up Raging Bear
Yes.
Artist Management. We're talking about Mr. Sean Bennett.
Thank you very much.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm very well. Thank you very much. I'm not going to be accused of eating any lollies. They would put
like-
it's a prop.
They're right in front of you.
We framed you.
You're sweet enough on your own.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
He's one of the sweetest people I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. So
Mate, like I only just met this man probably about 4 weeks ago. 8
and I
weeks
talked
ago.
about Mr. Bennett for
I've
all the time.
Yeah,
I did talk about you
but
all the time. Were your
does.
ears burning?
Yes.
'Cause
You
is
know-
that why you got your muffs on now?
Yes.
you know what it's like when you're talking about someone, but you can't put a name to a face
Yeah.
until you actually meet them, and then you meet them.
And you're like, oh,
Well-
you're the guy.
Well, me and the ColourMind boys, we met him, all right. We went round there with a few beers, some chicken wings. Oh my God, we'll get to the chicken wings
Goddamn
later.
chicken wings.
It
Well,
was a bit
I
like
hope you
the-
choke on that fucking bone.
it was like the
Yourself,
film
keep
The-
talking about it.
It was like the film The Hobbit, you know, when one of them turns up and then, hi, I'll just come to say hello, and then there's a knock at the door. Oh, that'll be
The Hobbit.
Thorin. And then in comes the next one, and then there's 2 of them, and then the knock at the door. Oh, that'll be Bilbo. And
The whole
it was-
family.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
of them came in. It was great. It was a great
Oh
evening.
mate, like all I remember is I was the last one there with you.
That's generally the way. He's always the last one.
we drank all the beers, we ate all the wings, and then we were getting into his Jack Daniels, and we're sitting outside just talking music, man. And I was just in the zone, you know,
Yeah.
just talking all things rock and roll, big things
He's got
coming,
amazing stories.
the Rockpit and Raging Bear. It was so exciting. I had to get this guy on for an episode,
I'm so glad
Here
we
we
did.
are.
and so here we are now. You know,
Yeah, cool.
like how are you, man?
I'm very well. Yeah, things are busy as always.
Yeah.
It's lovely to be invited up because I haven't seen Mel for so long. We used to catch up quite a lot.
All
'cause
the
we were-
time, but then you had to move.
I had to move away into in
But you
a
literally,
land.
but you're still like
I'm only 20 minutes away.
you're only 15. Like really, it's not
Like
that
I
far.
moved-
I was going to
moved to
say, like,
Adelaide.
I've been in his place. It's pretty much South Geraldton.
Yeah, and
no,
I'm just southern. But yeah,
Yeah, no, things have been busy. Obviously, Raging Bear has just blown enormously. I didn't expect it was like a soft launch, keep it all under wraps, and
Yeah.
and that's kind of gone a bit crazy. Over 32 bands around the country have reached out in 4 or 5 weeks, which is just unbelievable. Which is a bit worrying because it means what's out there for musicians. Is there an option for them to get a bit of help somewhere, which
Yeah.
is what the idea of it is. But you know, it's nice to have that sort of contact with all these people around the country. It's been
Yeah.
good. It's cool.
and I mean, it's not like you didn't have contact with a lot of people around the country before, anyway. But this is a different sort of contact, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously, I've looked after the Deeds for about 4 years now, just on my own back and then through the Rockpit. But now
That's
this was
the
something different.
Silent
The
Deeds.
Silent
Creeks.
Deeds, yeah,
Yeah,
they've been great to work with. Nice guys, keen. Warbirds in Melbourne have been nagging me for years.
I remember we were Ash was supposed to do that show
Yeah.
with them like 2020, and then obviously we know what happened in 2020.
Yeah.
But it was disappointing because I was so looking forward
we
to
had 3
supporting them.
great lineups for those
It
3
was gonna be
bills. Yeah.
sick.
3 lineups, 3 different lineups across 3 venues. But hopefully get them here early next year.
Yes,
Should be great.
Awesome.
And then obviously the latest to join the Bear family, ColourMind, which has been great.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm bloody stoked, man. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, I saw your brand pop up on Facebook when you first announced Raging Bear, and I emailed you, and I was like, so what's this all about? Are you a
So
bot?
nosy.
Are you a scammer? Like, what's going on?
Trying to help
Like,
himself.
because I had told you about, ColourMind's experience with a record label.
Yeah.
And, like, of course, like, us guys, we were extremely insecure after that experience, not getting what was promised and signed in a fucking contract. I hope you're watching. I'm not going to mention the name because they might sue me.
Yeah.
But they know.
But yeah, like after a few catch-ups, like, and you told me, no, this is legit, man. Like, and I'm,
Well, that's the thing about Sean. He is like one of the most legit people
yeah.
in the industry and just as a person in general. Like, he doesn't do
100%.
things by halves.
And
Yeah, thank you.
he fed me.
I know he didn't pay me to say that.
Beautiful.
Not this
stuff.
time.
Not this time.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for those chicken wings.
Yeah,
Chicken wings.
Well, the chicken wings are going to be available every episode you do here. I'll be outside just cooking them
Oh my
every week.
days.
You know I'm
Yeah.
going to hold you to that,
Please.
right?
Yeah, no.
Are you the big Papa Grizzly? Are you the head honcho of
I
Raging
am.
Bear?
I am the only one.
Oh, right. It's just you.
me.
Oh, I thought it was a team.
Well, it is me, but I
Nice.
have got people behind me. I've got to mention the fantastic Georgiana, who's designed all the artwork, the logo, and everything.
It's
It's been incredible, and the feedback I've had from that is second to none.
Yeah.
My partner Nicole, she does so much of the paperwork behind the scenes, which otherwise the desk would be a complete cluster.
Yeah.
So there's spreadsheets and everything running everywhere, and she also does a lot with the Rockpit. So it's without the people like that behind you, it's just impossible to do.
So can you talk us through the role, I guess, that you will play in ColourMind's life and the other bands that you are going to manage? Is it a management thing? Just talk us through it.
Well, the concept idea is just to try and help these bands get as far as they can with as little outlay as possible.
Right.
Because Raging, I've got a full-time job. I'm a draftsman, a sheet metal work I've done all my life. So it's not about making money for me. It's about trying to help with the contacts I've made over the years with the Rockpit, just to try and get these bands a chance to get these supports that they just yearn and crave for so much and don't get the opportunities for. So if we can do that, do you know what? If I make a couple of dollars to put back in to pay the bills, to run the websites and stuff, great. But the biggest pride for me would be standing on the side of the stage and seeing those guys supporting the bands of their dreams and that's
And
it.
hopefully getting their own headline gigs without
Exactly,
the
and
support,
eventually getting recognition around the country.
Yeah.
And you see these bands go to Europe and Japan and places like that. If that can happen, great.
You don't know this yet, but not only are you going to be standing on the sidelines while we play a song, I'm actually going to bring you up for a song, and you don't even know that.
I did practice
yet.
that thing the other
shaker,
night.
when you came to our rehearsal.
Asked for a
I
triangle.
normally have a little shaky. Oh, it's actually in my thing over there.
Asked for a triangle. They didn't bring one down.
More cowbell.
He came down to check out our rehearsal because I was pretty disappointed with our own performance, and I was like, dude, like, I feel sad about this. And he's like, don't. And he goes, if you like, I'll come to your rehearsal. Cool, let's have a chat. And afterwards, he's like, well, I don't even need to tell you anything. What you just did then was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, not blowing my own trumpet. It was
sounded
in a bit more of an accent, like,
ooh, that was fucking brilliant, Governor.
was that right? You're right then.
Sound like Dick Van Dyke from Mary Poppins.
When I think about this conversation, I hate to think, because you could be the best band in the world, but without the management or the connection or the know-how of getting yourself out there, you'll never see the light of day. And I hate to think about all the bands that could have been. They just had the know-how. So this is where you come into play, which is gotta give hats off to you, bro.
And we'll have to see how it goes, because it's a learning curve for me and a journey for me. So I get the luxury of sometimes standing inside a stage with some of Australia's big bands, so you just see how they work and how their backroom team work and just the little things that take the pressure off the band. And if I can do that for guys like the ColourMind guys, they don't need to be worrying about the rider and the set lists and things like that. If I can take that and they can concentrate and get ready for the performance, that's what everyone wants to come to see and hear. It just takes something off their shoulders. So that's the main plan with it all. And obviously I get 15% of the rider, which is oh no, we haven't talked about that.
I was like 15%. Why you're really undercutting yourself?
Little does he know, we request non-alcoholic beers now.
Not anymore. That's what you
not
gotta
like
manage it
these
for.
not like these blaster summer lagers, thanks to the Hen House rehearsal studio.
Yes, thank you very much.
yeah.
They're
Very
very
nice.
refreshing.
They are nice.
I was going to ask you, how are you? I'm not sure what the right word is. But how are you going about recruiting the bands? Like, what are you looking for? Are you looking for specific?
I think Silent Deeds was always going to join the
course.
Raging Bear because I'd been working with them for so long.
Yeah.
Warbirds was a friendship I'd built through the Rockpit, interviewing Anth over in Melbourne when I was there, and that just grown into a real brotherly relationship, friendship. So that was always going to happen. And I was going to stick at 2. Raging Bear was just going to stay at 2 for sort of 6 to 8 months, see how it went. Didn't want to overload myself. But when I met these guys and the passion and the drive they had, it was just like, and the album, it was a fantastic album.
Yeah.
I listened to it and thought, something completely different to the other 2 bands on the roster. I don't want to have bands too samey because you don't want bands going for the same supports because the horrible thing is if one gets, the other goes, well, why did they get it? Did you push them better or more?
Yeah.
So
you need diversity, right?
Completely different sort of sound and I just loved their passion. As I say, when all 4 turned up, it was originally going to be Johnny, and all 4 turned up, and I was like, "This is just great."
You're always
We're
going to
need more wings. He actually said that.
More cowbell, more wings. And that's it really. So the 3, it'll stay at 3. There's obviously I'm going to open a booking side of things where I'll help bands try and get on supports.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a non-contract type thing. So it'll be like if you can get on, I'll have a little cut of what you get. That's all, and I'll put all the hard work in. I
think that's where I'm going to help out as well because, obviously with big things coming, we get a lot of artists coming in and bands and stuff. So like, Belgravia, Ashes of Autumn. And I'll be saying to Sean, look, hey, you got to get these guys on that lineup for that date. Like, no, forget about ColourMind.
Yeah.
That's not my show. But you got to get these guys, and that's where the friendship's going to develop as well.
Yeah.
Like, because I too want to see bands shine. I want to see all Perth bands succeed.
Well, that's exactly it. I mean, that's...
Oh, and who cares? Yeah, I'm talking to you, Jardel.
He don't care. He's on his phone.
But that's what we're doing here, right? Yeah. That's what we're doing.
Yeah,
like we're trying to
magnify
collectively
that
do
light.
that.
Yeah, like shine that light down.
And you do the same thing in your different media outlet, the Rockpit.
Yeah, the Rockpit's that is crazy. If that was a full-time job, it would be. It's
How long have you been doing it for?
2018 I joined.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm just as passionate now as I was then, but it's just trying to squeeze the hours in. I've got after here I've got to go back and go through 2,600 emails that are in the inbox from all around the world, which is great.
You're a draftsman as well, aren't you?
Yeah,
like
so
for your 9 to 5. Like.
Yeah, stare at a computer for 10 hours a day. Come home
and then go home and stare at it a
at
little bit longer.
4 hours a day. But do you know what? You just never know. You open that next email, you just don't ever know where that golden nugget's going to be.
Yeah.
It could be an unknown band, and you find that you just give them that platform, and they never forget you for it.
For sure.
And that's it, man.
Wow.
Like I recently read the review on the Rockpit for the ColourMind single launch, written by Stephanie Jewell.
That's what I was going to say.
Show.
You recruited Miss Steph.
Holy shit, man! Like her creative writing, it's engaging.
Yeah.
Like, and I couldn't thank her enough. Not just because it was a positive review, but it was exciting to read.
Yeah.
Like,
I bet.
Well, it's just you're reading about yourself.
Yeah.
That's why it's exciting to you.
but no, not only that, but it actually wasn't just about ColourMind.
Right.
It was also
But
about
not.
all the other bands as well.
Yeah.
So they were lucky enough to get reviewed, and they didn't even know they were going to be reviewed.
Very in depth.
Yeah.
Very
So
in-depth.
there was a write-up for Nylon Stroke, there was a write-up for OJ, and a write-up for Helligan as well. And I didn't know. They were getting a write-up as well. And I'm reading this, and I was like, man, I know what happened that night, but
But you don't know it from that perspective, right?
Yeah.
From the crowd view.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like reading a book, a story, and because I was there. Like, I remember when
was
this
a character
happened.
in it.
Oh, you actually enjoyed this part.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome.
Do you do a lot of the journalism as well?
Yeah, I still try and get out and write and review and.
You've definitely done a couple for me, like us.
Yeah, I still love getting out to do the local stuff. It's so important,
Yeah.
and that's one unique thing about the Rockpit. We'll have an interview with John Stevens, for example, but the next we'll have
My
an
friend.
interview with Jack Jones is your friend
many
as well.
friends.
Yeah, that's right.
And,
It is.
and then we'll have someone from a local band next, and we don't put them on a back page tucked away on the local section. They're on the front page alongside all the big news from all the big bands, and that's really important to make sure that
Absolutely.
we're supporting everyone on a level playing
Because
field.
if there's no local music, there's no international music, because they were all local music.
Well, that's exactly right. Exactly right.
Damn. That
Yeah.
just-
I've always been very thankful.
That's some shit right there. Like, I look at Geordie.
Shit.
He's like, oh my God, my mind is blown.
Yeah.
Just blew my fucking mind.
Or he just had a fizzy cola bottle, one or the other.
Very sour. Amazing, but very true, man. Thank you so much.
And it's great. The views are still really important. So I was out doing 2. I don't try and do midweek ones now because I'm getting old.
Dude,
I don't like getting up in the morning.
That is the
5
same
o'clock.
as me. Like I don't do midweek gigs and I don't do midweek rehearsals. All right, like
Yeah, I noticed that about you. I'm like, what, are you rehearsing on the weekend? Bro, what the fuck?
yeah, man.
I didn't know that. Really?
No,
No,
we've
he
done
doesn't.
it. We've done it before. And look, let's face it. We all work. We all have jobs. And
And you're a bit fucking tired. and stuff at
if
the end of the day.
because I was in a tribute band, a 50s rock and roll tribute
remember
band
that,
for
yeah.
like 3 years. And every Thursday night, we rehearsed here at the Hen House every week.
Mm.
Right.
And that was for like 3 years straight. And I'm telling you, man, like that Friday morning grind, waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get to work when you didn't get to sleep until midnight every week.
And then also too, do you find like after you finish rehearsing and then you've been at it for, I don't know, 4 or 5
And
hours.
you've still got that
and then you
adrenaline
get
from
home and
rehearsal.
it's like,
yeah, yeah.
what do I do?
No, exactly.
I just
And
need to
so
calm the fuck
Drinking
down.
10 espressos.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh.
I said then and there when ColourMind started up, I said, guys, like we have done midweek rehearsals. Like I've seen you guys at Matchless and stuff. That's usually when we've got like a gig on a Friday night. We couldn't catch up the week prior. So it's like, okay, emergency rehearsal the night before just to iron out the creases and to make sure that we're all on board. We've got the same stage plan, etc.
I never rehearse the night before a show, ever.
Wow.
Yeah,
Never.
like,
Not the night before. I'd like to rehearse like a week before.
yeah. Jimmy's very, very. What's the word?
Pedantic?
No. Like he's self-aware of his vocals and his capabilities. He's
okay.
like, I know if I sing this song too hard, I'm gonna burn my voice out for tomorrow.
There's that, but it's also too like, you know, if you're in the rehearsal space and you have a show the next day. Now, looks like not that it's happened in my band at all, but you know, anything could happen. You could sit there and get into an argument with your bandmate
Yeah.
and then have to deal with it the next day at a
Yeah.
show. You know, you can sit there in your own brain and feel like you haven't done well in that rehearsal space that night. You go into the show the next day, you're carrying that with you.
Yep.
So there's a lot of reasons. It's not just about the vocal fatigue,
Yep.
but I always like a little space before I go into
Yeah.
the show. Yeah.
Sure.
And you want to create that excitement as well.
Yeah. Not like, oh, fuck, I just did this.
Yeah.
These are fair points. I have my own studio rehearsal space with my label, Toxic Heart.
At where is this? Where is
It's
it?
at Foxhole Studios.
That's where we're at Foxhole. We've got the space there next door to you. You got the little sticker on your thing. We're on the other.
No shit.
Yes.
Oh, you're at Foxhole.
Yeah.
What the
Bro,
fuck?
I've been there.
So you know how you walk down the corridor,
Yeah.
and then you know the white door, the only white door.
Yeah.
That's my studio, and then you're next door.
That's
to us.
Ashes of Autumn. That ColourMind have rehearsed there.
I did not
Well,
know.
No, we
didn't-
changed-
We were going to.
We
the
changed
room.
rooms, so now we
Oh,
have.
you're not in that room.
We're in the other space where we've got like the nice rehearsal space, and then we have the studio space next door. That's where I'm recording my vocals for the album.
Carnival rehearsed there as well.
Yeah.
Dude,
They're
sorry,
next-
Shorty. We're going on a tangent.
Sorry, I just took me somewhere else.
I'm amazed by this because 2 doors from your door is where I mix the sauce for the chicken wings. What's the chance of that? Unbelievable.
I could have got chicken wings this whole time.
Believe it.
Well, I'm going to be recording vocals tomorrow. Do you want to bring some chicken wings
yeah,
down
I'll
for
bring
me?
them down.
I'm just going to go. I'm kidding.
It's
That's
all
crazy. I'll
coming
see you soon.
together.
Oh, my
Wow.
brother.
It's all coming together.
But now I know.
So
How about that?
I just, because I saw the sticker there.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Wait a minute.
should I not? No.
How about that?
I've just had an idea for a podcast. Big Wings Coming. It's going to happen. I've got it. It's in.
Back to you, my boy, Sheila. Tell us about these wings, please.
It was a bit
I've
of a,
heard about them for so long now.
I've been a bit of a chicken wing nut. I love
Enthusiast.
yeah, that's the word.
Chicken wing nut.
And accidentally, I'd run out of honey. I do this honey barbecue sauce. Run out of honey, and we were going to someone's house. I was like, oh my God, they're going to be wanting the honey barbecue wings. And I'd bigged it up all week.
Oh, no.
So all I found was the caramel syrup for coffee. And I'm like, no one will know. No one will know. No one will know. So In it went, and I mixed it, and just this 2 kilo box of wings went in about 30 seconds, and everyone going, "Oh my god, what is that?" So I tried it on these guys for a second opinion, and I didn't even get one.
Wow.
I licked the sauce out. Well, that was it.
I'm telling you, man. Like, so
Before you ate it.
it's this caramel syrup mixed with barbecue
It's
sauce.
a smoky barbecue, and yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, man. Fucking
Johnny,
hell.
you have told us repeatedly. I'm sick of hearing about it. I just want to eat it.
We
I'm going to
have
make you some jars of it and bring it in.
we have lots of ideas that I won't divulge on the show. But if we ever do something like that, which is more like a local Perth thing,
Yeah.
please bring
Well,
something.
consider it done.
We're just
Consider
going
it
to
done.
text you my
Been,
address now.
We've been talking
5
about
p.m.
like,
tonight.
potentially holding a Big Things Coming festival in the future.
Oh,
And
well, there you go.
I don't want
Just
anyone
talking.
to get
Just
too
goes and
excited. It's still in the planning stage right now. You know what? I'll
This is
happily
you.
I'll
Cabbageaws.
I'll work the stovetop with Sean to make sure these wings are there. Yeah. Fucking eat some lollies, man.
That's
See what, I've
amazing.
got the. I came in late in the day when the lollies have gone and everyone's buzzing. I better eat some more.
We're peaking.
on.
I gotta ask. So you've been in the journalism shoes for many years. Have you ever stepped behind the mic, or is it just pure love of the music?
Yeah, I do my interviews and I hide away.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Sorry, this is going. I created a monster.
Nobody wants it.
It doesn't want to stop.
You recently had something to do with the Super G's, am I right? Like Stephanie Jewell.
Yeah, she went and we caught up with Sarah. I went down to see them. Oh, the Super G's was down at Ravenswood.
Yeah.
Steph was talking about it.
Yeah.
She's so cute, Steph. And then she's like fangirled out. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I love you.
Steph was wicked.
Yeah,
Like,
she's great.
She's awesome. We thoroughly enjoyed her.
Yeah, she's a
episode.
sweetie.
She's been an absolute breath of fresh air with Rockpit. She's so thorough. She's covered so many shows. I reckon she's covered probably 30 shows since being with us end of January. She's been
She's getting out
crazy
there.
busy and
Including mine.
genres across the board as well.
Yeah. She mentioned actually.
Yeah, which
But-
is really interesting.
I've just realised something. I fucking didn't even notice. You're a photographer for the Rockpit. You've also got Karis.
Yeah, Karis has done stuff for us.
We did an interview with Karis
Recently.
just now.
Well, Karis is wonderful. In fact, we got her to do her first stadium shoot with Pink.
Yes, we talked about it.
It was
Yeah.
incredible.
Oh, my
'cause
God.
I think I never actually got to
full
see
circle.
her.
Full
Didn't get to see her, but apparently the lens she used was taller than she was. She was struggling. She said, I texted the next day to see how she'd gone, and she went, "Oh my god, my arm is so sore from holding
shame.
because I have to stand
She's so
right back
itty-bitty.
at the sound desk, and they've
Yeah.
got these bloody 2 foot long lenses, and she absolutely loved it, and she nailed the photos that day with Pink.
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
went
I
down
bet.
with you.
we shared the photos in the episode, and was the Pink photos
No,
in
they
there?
weren't
No,
in
she
there.
didn't share them. No, sorry.
Incredible photographer.
There were so many photos
really
we were
is.
looking at, but she's so good.
and a wonderful
She's so
person as
good.
well. Such
Yeah.
a lovely person.
Yeah.
Down to earth.
Yeah.
Like,
This
and
is
humble.
sweetheart.
Yeah.
Shawnee,
She's a good mum.
thank you, my friend, so much for coming down.
Oh, thank you for
We
having
have
me.
a recurring segment on the show.
Oh,
Yes.
that,
Slap it on the screen.
Ta-da.
It's called What's on Repeat.
Oh.
Right?
And you can be biased with your artists, or you can say what you've been listening to, if it's local, if it's international, what's been spinning on repeat.
What,
have I been
what
listening
have
to?
you got on repeat right now?
I've been getting down a little bit of the bluesy kind of sound at the moment, and I've been the new Slash album has been on repeat.
Oh.
This is
Orgy
the
of
brand
the
new one.
Damned.
Because I remember
yeah,
when
yeah,
I
yeah.
came
That's the
to
name?
your place and we were having a couple of Prosecco's, we were sharing and indulging in that other one.
Yeah, the one that we can't talk about.
That
Orgy of the Damned.
So it's called Orgy of the Damned, and you look at the album cover and go, "Oh my god, this is going to be so heavy and cool," and it's all covers with everybody, and they're all blues,
Oh,
famous
wow.
blues covers.
Oh, I get it, like,
Chris Robinson
Orgy.
from the Black Crows. There's
You get
it's,
Orgy.
It's
Now-
brilliant.
because it's a collaborative project. It's an
He's just sitting there going,
Yeah.
I get orgy.
Oh, dude, like, for me, it sounds like a metalcore album. or
Yeah,
something.
and I was
Like,
expecting
yeah.
hard rock.
like
and I-
Cannibal Corpse or
I was going
something.
to say,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
course, yeah.
I stupidly didn't read the press release. I just went bang, thinking
Yeah.
this is going to be like his other stuff, and Miles Kennedy will be popping up, and
No.
no, it's got Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top.
Wow.
And, Demi Lovato's in there.
I saw that. I did
Yeah.
hear about that
Hectic.
song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hectic.
It's fantastic. Beth Hart. Just some
Oh.
incredible vocalists. And they're really good covers. They've rearranged some of them, and check it out.
Oh, well.
It's great.
Thank you so much, Sean Bennett.
We
Thanks
love
for
you,
having
Sean
me.
Bennett.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much, boss.
Checks in the mail.
So do yourselves a favour.
That's right.
Check out Raging Bear Artist Management.
Are we
There's-
able to? Can we purchase these? Is that a thing?
There will be merch coming soon.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the spinning of plates, I haven't got to that one yet.
Right.
I'm
But you'll be able to get that
You know
as
what?
well.
So
The website.
the website is being built at the moment, and
You
know
all the
what,
bands that will
Sean?
be involved will be on there.
Are you
I'm
going to
gonna-
christen it?
I'm going to christen it. I'm going to do it properly. Raging Bear Artist Management up and
We've,
running.
we've had a few discussions about bears today. This is a different kind of discussion about bears, but we talked
so
about
Alex
wrestling
Terrible,
bears.
Slaughter to Prevail.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually a bear that he was wrestling. It was Sean.
Ah, that makes so much more sense. Thank you, brother.
Good help.
Thank you to
Thank
my
you very
friend
much.
Sean
Thank you
Bennett
for
from the
coming in.
Rockpit
Watching.
and Raging Bear Artist
Dave
Management.
Gillam Music.
We would like to thank Dave Gillam from Mustang
Thank you,
Print,
Dave.
and also to our very good friends, the Henhouse
We love
Rehearsal
you,
Studios.
Scudley.
Very Scudley Films
Godly
as well.
Films.
You gotta love a free barbecue and
Okay.
beer on weekends at the Hen House for all bands that book in the rehearsal rooms.
Mm-hmm.
They've got some major renos
boy.
going on at the moment, but business is per normal.
Hang
So
on.
that's what I love.
Free
about it.
barbecue.
Yes.
Is that why I got invited after later?
Yeah,
in the
Yes,
day?
but
Hey,
Sean,
hey.
you didn't turn up with
Uh,
the wings.
Bro,
So
we got a
no
good deal
barbecue for
going,
you.
right? So why do you think I invited you at this time?
Thank you, brother.
Take care.
All right,
Geordie,
guys, have
Mel,
a wonderful
love you
life
guys.
until we see each other again.
Big things coming.
See you.
Let's go.